Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some gaming news. Now, gaming news comes out every single day. Every day of the week there is new news within the gaming industry. Problem is, a lot of it is not relative to me, it's not relative to my channel, it's not relative to my interests. So I just kind of skim over it, don't really pay attention to it, and a lot of news kind of gets by me. But occasionally there is news that is relative to me, is relative to my interests, and is relative to my YouTube channel, and I usually make a video discussing said news here on my YouTube channel, so you guys can hear about some stuff that you guys may not have heard about. So there's a couple things, got two news stories for you guys today. The first one is going to be coming out of Sledgehammer Studios. So Sledgehammer, who is going to be making the new Call of Duty game, which we now know is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, they've been doing a bunch of different interviews with a bunch of different people because so many people are, of course, trying to jump in and trying to get every piece of information they can out of Sledgehammer regarding their new Call of Duty game. The downside is all we really know is some stuff about the plot, some stuff about the settings, some stuff about the time period. About, I think it's going to be like 50 years in the future or so, and it's going to be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. All of the stuff that we've actually seen is mostly B-reel stuff. That's all we've really seen is some campaign stuff, and it's all B-reel. And we don't really know too much about the game. We've seen nothing in terms of a multiplayer reveal, although that should be coming relatively soon. But Sledgehammer Games, in an interview today with Game Informer, that was posted on Game Informer, I should say, they claim that they are big Call of Duty fans. That's something that I find interesting. So what they basically said is, Game Informer asked them, what would you like to say to Call of Duty fans who are worried about a new Call of Duty developer? And Sledgehammer Games replies, and I quote, "Don't worry about it. We're fans. We're really scrutinizing what we're doing ourselves." Alright, so basically, they're saying, we're big Call of Duty fans. We're big Call of Duty fans. We're paying a lot of attention to what we're doing here. And during the interview, like during a different part of the interview, they claimed that a lot of people that work there, which they have just under 200 people working at Sledgehammer Studios, they claim that a lot of them are Call of Duty fans. They have tons of Call of Duty fans working for them, and most of them are, 10th Prestige or 15th Prestige, just hardcore fans of the game, right? And I think that's kind of interesting, because I remember back when Call of Duty Elite was the thing. Alright, Call of Duty Elite. And you could basically check your own stats online, track your stats online of any Call of Duty game. I think Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2 were the three games that you could track your stats on, right? And you could also track the stats of other people, which was kind of interesting. So if you were to ever kind of search the gamer tags of the community managers or some of the developers, if you knew the gamer tags of some of the developers that actually worked on the games, you could see how much time they actually have played in their own game. And a lot of the time, the community managers, they would just have less than a day of playtime, and all of their time would be spent in like hardcore team deathmatch. And it's like, you're not even playing the game that you're supposed to be the community manager. How can you manage a community that you know nothing about because you don't play your game? So it's like, it was a horrible idea. I hated that entire system, like how people would do that. And maybe they had other accounts that they would play on anonymously. I don't know. But either way, it really looked like they were not playing the game that they were making. Right, and that's what sucked. That was the suckiest part of the entire process. And the thing about Sledgehammer Games is they're not, well, they are now, but they weren't a Call of Duty developer. Sure, they dabbled in with Infinity Ward and helped them work on Modern Warfare 3, but other than that, they've been in the studio for a while now, and they've only helped on one Call of Duty game 1 year. They've been making their own games, doing their own stuff off on the side, and while they're doing all that stuff on the side, they're claiming that just about all the people that work there, just under 200 people for the studio, are actually fans of Call of Duty, that play Call of Duty. And I think for the first time, this is going to sound cliche, but it could be like a by the fans, for the fans style of Call of Duty. And that'd be pretty unique. But then again, what's kind of tricky about that entire thing, that entire idea, is that there's no such thing as like a perfect Call of Duty. We discussed in my perfect Call of Duty video. I showed you guys what were the top guns and the top maps and the top kill streaks that all made in this perfect Call of Duty game, and nobody agreed 100% with anything that was in that video. Like, wait, that map is in there? Wait, that gun is in there? The thing about it is, everybody has their own personal taste and preferences when it comes to Call of Duty, so it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky to see what Sledgehammer Games does with this next Call of Duty game. Next piece of news we got for you guys today is the United States has invaded virtual Denmark. So basically, the Danish government recreated the entire country of Denmark within Minecraft. Alright, it's one of the biggest Minecraft creations ever, and it took over 4,000 billion blocks and 1 terabyte of data to put this together. That's freaking insane, and almost immediately players started blowing it up. So, basically what ended up happening is they built all this up, and then players kind of just immediately went in and started blowing stuff up. Now, they had disabled TNT, but they didn't realize that they did not disable the TNT with the minecart, so people were able to blow stuff up, and they were immediately putting up American flags and putting American tanks and signs everywhere, which is all just silly. Of course, that was going to happen. Of course, they fixed it, and it's not going to happen again. But it's still funny that ended up happening in the first place. But I think the biggest part of it is somebody recreated the entire country of Denmark on a 1-to-1 scale. That's pretty freaking impressive if you ask me. I think we've all played Minecraft at one point or another, right? I think we've all done that. And oftentimes when you play Minecraft, you play for a bit, you're going to try and recreate something. And have you ever tried to recreate an entire country? I don't care how small the country is. Have you ever tried to recreate really anything? Have you ever tried to recreate your hometown, your city? You know, you ever tried to do anything like that? Have you ever tried to recreate like an animated city like South Park, which would be like a rather small city in comparison to anything real? It's hard to do that kind of stuff. They ended up doing it, and apparently they did it with some kind of 3D elevation model, and I don't know how they did it, but they ended up doing it, and they're using it with the intentions of being a teaching tool. They're going to try and bring Minecraft into the classroom where students can play Minecraft in this recreation of their entire country, and they can see different parts of their country rather than looking at pictures or taking 3D tours, which are basically tours of pictures. Instead of doing that, they're going to walk around areas and stuff within Minecraft, which is pretty awesome. That gaming itself, and it's Minecraft, which Minecraft is so widely popular that it's actually entering the classroom for certain things. That's pretty awesome to me. I think that's pretty awesome. And of course, Americans have to come in there and try and take it over because that's what Americans do. If you guys like to go ahead and download the maps, which you can download the entire country of Denmark, which apparently it's broke up into different files and stuff, but you can download it, which is, it's ridiculous how big it is. You can go ahead, there's links in the description, and good luck to you. Because I tried, because it sounded really cool. I wanted to see what some of the cities were like, and of course that's why I'm sitting here having to show pictures to you guys instead, because I couldn't actually get into the game myself. Every website is in Danish, and even if you're using Google Chrome and you translate into English, that apparently screws it up to the point where if you try to make an account to download these things or something, it's been a whole cluster. Like, I made my account finally after like 20 minutes, and then I tried logging in, and it said the password wasn't right, and I knew the password was right, so I tried sending an email, then the email, it was just a whole thing. It was just an entire thing I spent 30 minutes on trying to download these stupid maps, and I couldn't get it to work. So whatever. If there's links in the description if you guys want to go and try and figure it out for yourselves and try and go check out the entire country of Denmark built in within Minecraft. And it's pretty awesome that Minecraft and video games in general are starting to become so accepted that they're in the classroom. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please share the rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And let me know in the comments, what are you guys thinking about this? What are you guys thinking about Sledgehammer Games claiming that they are hardcore Call of Duty fans, 10th Prestige, 15th Prestige, depending of course on which Call of Duty you're playing, and how they're working on the new Call of Duty game? Is this a good step? Because I know a lot of you, myself included, are skeptical as to what a new developer is going to be doing in Call of Duty, but it could be good. It could be good. We've seen nothing of the multiplayer yet, and I think that's what we're all really waiting on, is to see what direction they're going to go with the multiplayer. They keep talking about single player. They keep talking about how cool the single player is going to be, but I think you and I and everyone else knows that single player, that's like 1% of the game to us. You know, we all probably play through the single player, but for the most part, we spend all our time in multiplayer, and so we're definitely looking forward to that. And Denmark, they recreated all of Denmark in Minecraft, so that's pretty cool as well. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please share the rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.